Yesterday we were in Vijayawada and we got you ground reports not just from Vijayawada but from Kadapa as well. Now we have travelled all the way to Guntur to get you the ground situation here. Now this battle is turning out to be an interesting one, but before I tell you or give you away with the facts of who's contesting here and what the scene looks like, let me establish where I am. I am being joined by a group of first time voters, all women. And why is it important to give them a voice is because around 2.2 crore voters in Andhra are women. Women hold the key. Women are going to give their decisive mandate, and whoever they vote for, that party is surely ahead in terms of the election battle. So first things first, hello and thank you everyone for joining me for this quick chat. I know it's your holiday season, but still I appreciate your time here. I want to start off with you. You're a first time voter. What are the things that will play out on your mind before you cast your vote on the 13th of May?
Good evening, my name is Harshita, and we all know that 13th of May 24, AP Andhra Pradesh elections are going to be held. I'm a first time voter, and I would like to keep in mind things like I would like to vote for a party which gives more development to the state, in spite of giving more welfare schemes, and the state which gives more priority to the women. This state must bring more women entrepreneurs like Telangana.
So what do you wish to be in life? You're an engineering student, so what is your plan after this?
I want to be a businesswoman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think this time are the key issues for you? So you said that there should be more entrepreneur culture. So do you think that there are enough infrastructure in your state to help groom students like you who want to be businesswomen?
I feel that no infrastructure in Andhra Pradesh, because comparing to Telangana, the GitHub, we all know that GitHub, which brings up many entrepreneurs, whether it is a man or woman, such companies need to be established in Andhra Pradesh for more entrepreneurs to come out.
Okay. What about you? Tell me, come here, come forward. Tell me what you wish to be, introduce yourself, and what are the things that are playing out on your mind?
So this is Kausalya. I can vote.
It's okay. Don't worry. So tell me something. Are you happy? You get scholarship from the? Are you receiving any schemes from the government?
I can satisfy from coming JVD.
Okay.
Vidya Divina. So I can satisfy, ma'am.
So you get scholarship from the state government. Now tell me what you want to be, and this time when you go to vote, what are the things that you will majorly focus on? Would roads and better facilities be on your agenda?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Roads are not properly in AP, ma'am. So just we want to develop the roads, ma'am.
Okay. Let me have more voices. So I want to ask you, what is on your mind? I'll hold it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Ramchandra Rao. I would like to, first of all, I give to think to gain more employment opportunities, because employment opportunities not there. Many employees go from places and do their jobs. Not only employees, we also have more provide skills. So we provide more skills is there.
Okay, so when you say employment opportunities are not there, so what do you mean by that? Do you think that you have to go elsewhere? Which are the other cities that you look for employment opportunities?
No, ma'am, I'm looking for this local only, because we have local means we don't go to any other places, or we didn't future from parents. So that's why we have to drop their local places only.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, my name is Jayashree. So we are expecting the development in the primary sector and also as well as on the secondary sector, and that is the first thing. And the second thing is the maintenance. The YSRCP government provided a better development in the education system. Okay. But when we come,
What did you like about the things that they have provided?
yeah, they provided like communication skills, improving mostly particularly English language, and the development in the maintenance of the schools. In some areas, the government schools that are belong to the government are well maintained, but in some areas they got neglected. I think investigation should needed on that.
Okay, and what do you think will be, so jobs are an issue for you? What are you planning to do after your education, after your engineering?
Yeah, well, I'm mostly interested on the in software field only. So we need if we got the IT companies in our own state, there is no need to go to the other state.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, since all of you are first time voters, so what happens most of the times is our parents or our relatives influence our decision who we vote for. So, is that the same situation with you as well?
No,
You have your own choice.
I have my own choice.
Okay. Now, you tell me what are the things that have been done well and what are the things that needs to be focused on?
Needs to be focused on capital, which do not we have capital. All states have capital, but we don't have the state capital. So we need to keep capital.
Okay. Okay. So, capital issue is definitely an important one. So, tell me what happens in your mind from your perspective. The state technically, one government says Amaravati will be the former government says Amaravati will be the capital, and they are promising that if they are voted to power they will do the same. This is the TDP. YSRCP has 3 capitals in plan. So where do you weigh in on this?
I feel that one capital is very essential for state because every company is focused on the capital to invest in the invest. If there is a 3 capital separately, I think companies might be confused where to put their investments. And I wish that central government should take part in this to make a decision in making capital of Andhra Pradesh.
Okay. Capital issue, where do you weigh in on this? What do you think about the capital? State doesn't have a... most of the people I've spoken to say that capital is a big cause of concern, at least in Guntur. Or as a young voter, where do you weigh in on this one?
Yes, it is. We want also capital for Andhra Pradesh. I want one capital is best.
Okay. Okay. And about the welfare schemes, all of you are getting scholarship from the government, I believe. Okay, majority of you here get it. So, on the issue of welfare scheme, both the parties here, one alliance and the other one is Jagan Mohan Reddy's YSRCP, they have promised welfare schemes. So, you think welfare schemes are needed? Welfare schemes are good? Is it reaching the masses?
Yes, definitely welfare schemes are needed, but it should be limited. There should not be excess welfare schemes which make the people lazy actually. I personally...
Why do you say people become lazy with welfare schemes?
People who are not reserved for studying BTech, I feel that some people who are not that much interested, people who are not interested also being forced to be study BTech only because of the JVD and Vasati Divina that they are getting.
Okay.
So I feel that welfare schemes should be limited to only some sectors like education, farming sectors and healthcare sectors mainly.
Okay. What do you think about welfare schemes?
Yeah, they are good. People are getting benefit from them. For everything there will be advantages and also disadvantages. So I think they are good.
Okay. I want to speak to you as well. Tell me what are the issues that are mainly concerning you and what will play out on your mind before you press the ballot?
My name is Kirti Priya. I want to talk about government jobs. Mostly government is mostly focusing on the reserved categories. All are equal. They are giving less marks and giving more ranks for the SC and reserved categories, not mentioning the caste. The other categories also have to do the jobs. So the government has to only...
So anybody in your family, so you said you want to work in the government job sector. What is stopping you? Why do you feel dissatisfied in that sector?
Even though we got high marks, we are getting the less ranks. Because of that, we are...
Anybody in your family affected?
My grandfather is a government job. He's doing, and he's retired. According to that these policies, they are different from that.
Okay.
That government is correct. This government is not correct,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Okay. What about you? you tell me, is women's safety a big issue for you? Because the state government here has come up with something called as a Disha app. Do you? I think all of you have Disha app installed on your phones. So is it effective? Is it working?
No, I didn't face the problems like that, but it is useful to some other girls,
Okay.
like who are in not in hometowns. They go to their jobs. In that place, they feel safe because they are in danger. They just use the app and they got some protection.
Okay. So, women's safety as an aspect, if I want to talk about, do you think that there has been enough focus put in that sector?
Yes, the focus is needed because we are seeing so many rape cases in every state and throughout the country. Although the, measurements తీసుకున్నా కానీ ప్రొటెక్షన్ ఉన్నా కానీ మనకి స్టిల్ ఆ కేసెస్ అనేవి వస్తున్నాయి. ఐ థింక్ మోర్ మోడిఫికేషన్స్ ఆర్ నీడెడ్.
Okay. So, scope of improvement there. All right. So we've gotten new voices from first-time voters. They're a little nervous because they're facing the camera for the first time, but very well spoken. On the other side, I want to talk to you about what is happening in Guntur. Now, Guntur is an interesting contest turning out to be a TDP versus YSRCP battle. From the TDP is India's richest candidate in the fray, and from the YSRCP side is an MLA who has been asked to contest the election, and he is also testing waters, pretty confident of coming to power. So Guntur is definitely one issue and one place where the capital story is the main theme here. So take a look at this report, and we will be joining you with more inputs from the other side.
Guntur, known for its spicy red chilies and karam, is witnessing a direct and expensive fight between the TDP and YSRCP. Contesting on TDP ticket is Dr. P. Chandrasekhar, the richest candidate in the fray with declared assets of over 5,785 crores.
Beyond the glaring headlines of being one of the richest candidates to contest the Lok Sabha elections, we are here in a candid conversation with TDP candidate from Guntur, Dr. Chandrasekhar. Thank you so much for giving us your time, and I know it's the last leg of campaigning. Still, the obvious question, what is it that you're sensing on the ground?
Oh, since especially for Guntur Parliament, nobody is even questioning about winning or losing. This is all about what is the majority. So that's not even an issue.
So you're saying it's a one-sided fight?
Yes, it's a one-side war.
In Guntur particularly, the talking point has been the capital development. Your party has committed to developing Amaravati as a capital. But the accusation coming in from the opponent side is, why haven't you developed it yet? Why wasn't it developed when your party was in power? How do you counter that?
See, to construct a small house, it takes 2 to 3 years. They think capital means 1 or 2 buildings. According to our Chandrababu Naidu sir, the capital means a mega city. A city that can support next 100 to 200 years. For that, we are laying the ground for proper infrastructure, proper roads, proper underground drainage, because if you look at all the matured cities, anything you want to do, you have to break the roads. So to avoid all these things in the future, through the international consultants, excellent infrastructure has been laid out.
YSRCP is determined on coming up with 3 different capitals, but the accusation coming in from their side is that, against particularly Mr. Naidu, is that he sold the lands to those who are influential. He sold the properties, and Amaravati has duped the farmers and sold his property, and it's major land scam is involved here.
Not a single land was sold. All of this 33,000 acres was given by the local farmers for free because of the trust they have on Chandrababu Naidu sir. Out of those 33,000 acres, 20,000 acres are less than 1 acre holders. And majority of these people belong to SC, ST and BC communities. And less than 5,000 acres belong to the people that have between 1 and 5 acres.
Government had also filed cases against Mr. Naidu and other location this.
They filed. See, these are all false cases. I'm telling you the facts. See, the facts are less than 20,000 acres, more than 20,000 acres belong to less than 1 acre. Less than 1 acre people are who are these people? These are poor farmers, belong to minorities, and SC, STs, BCs.
What is on your priority list for Guntur if voted to power?
See, the Guntur short-term objectives are, one, we have a huge drinking water problem here because a lot of the projects, entire drinking water project that has been started by Chandrababu Naidu sir has been stalled. The money has been diverted to other programs by Jagan Mohan Reddy government. And we have underground drainage issue. It's exactly the same problem. Diversion of the funds. Incomplete bridges, because there are large bridges that connects Guntur city from both sides, and there are huge traffic problems, and none of those have been completed.
The YSRCP too has pulled out all stops to make a dent in Guntur, even more so after the 2019 results, where the then TDP MP Jaidev Galla won by a narrow margin of just 4,000 votes. Their candidate is Kilari Venkat Rosaiya.
Sir, last leg of campaigning, and you're campaigning in a constituency where the capital issue is the dominant topic. Your party has said 3 capitals. TDP is saying Amaravati to be developed as a capital. Are you on the back foot because farmers here have been protesting?
No, nothing. So there is no much farmers in this area. So we have announced for 3 capitals. Considering in the future, the state should not be divided again, basing on the areas like what you call Rayalaseema, Coastal Andhra, and Northern Andhra. So actually, Chandrababu Naidu has cheated the people. Instead of constructing a capital for 18,000 acres, he has gone for a real estate business of 55,000 acres. So there is no need of acquiring those 55,000 acres which will be pulled from the farmers. So he has cheated the farmers in that area because instead of constructing the capital in 1,000 acres, he has gone for a real estate business where nearly crores of tons of the agricultural production has been wasted. The hamalis or coolies of agricultural labor, they lost their jobs, and lot of crores of tax has also been lost to the government.
How do you respond to accusations that there have been no development in the state as being raised by your opponent from the TDP side?
One thing I can clearly say, that Chandrababu Naidu has been cheating people over the years. So he has not laid any foundation for the development of Andhra Pradesh after the division of the state. Whereas Jagan Mohan Reddy has laid a foundation, a strong foundation in terms of education, in terms of agriculture, in terms of health, in terms of creating infrastructure. So you can see Andhra Pradesh is going to be top of the country in the next decade. So that is the solid foundation Jagan Mohan Reddy has done.
Make a pitch and tell us why should people vote for you. You have been an MLA, you're running as MP, but why should people vote for you?
See, the only thing is, if you want for the development of this state, we have to vote for the YSRCP in the leadership of YS Jagan Mohan Reddy. So he has laid a very good foundation. Whereas in other terms of other side of the coin, he has given lot of social welfare schemes to the poor people, where in terms their families have been developed drastically. So he wants to see the declination of poverty, or he wants to eradicate the poverty. That's what we are come from 11 to 6%. If the same continues for next 10 years, I think this state will be poverty zero.
Sir, final question. What is your stand as far as the Amaravati issue is concerned? Farmers have been genuinely protesting for over a year now, and it will fall under Guntur. It is under the Guntur constituency, regardless of whoever becomes the MP. So what is your party's stand for Amaravati?
So it is only minimal. No farmers. See, the area belongs to the rich people. So already farmers have sold their lands. Most of the real estate business or rich people have acquired the lands basing on the capital beyond that area, and that is very minimal, and we can see the development in the coming years. But only thing is, our state, our Chief Minister's stand is, the state should not get divided in the future. So we are developing all the 3 capitals.
All right. Thank you so much. right, breaking news coming in after the EC rejected charges by Mallikarjun Kharge, Congress president, over poll mismanagement and data mismanagement particularly. The Congress delegation is set to meet the ECI. They have in fact responded to the poll panel saying that the EC has described, or the charges rejected by the EC does not have any legitimate issues, and thereby the Congress president Mallikarjun Kharge, the issues raised by him had in fact held political relevance. They have once again cast doubt over the Election Commission of India, raising questions over the delay, as they call, in sharing the poll data. My colleague Shereen is joining us, I believe. Shereen, if you can hear me, what is the next course of action? The Congress obviously is refusing to budge, and they are in fact in the process of meeting the ECI officials. So what happens now?
Well, the official time to meet the Election Commission was around 5 p.m. and not just the Congress party, but a delegation of the India Alliance is in fact going to meet the ECI today regarding how there is a delay in putting out the numbers for the voter turnout number for the third phase. Remember, for the first and the second phase, there was a delay of about 10 days delay in the first phase and 4-day delay in the second phase, the voter turnout, which was in fact a bone of contention among the opposition parties. They had in fact attacked the Election Commission for the delay, saying that this is unprecedented in previous elections. Within 24 hours, the voter turnout has usually come out, and after which we have seen the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge writing letter to the India Alliance leader saying that there is some sort of discrepancy that is going on when it comes to the voter turnout in Election Commission, to which we have seen that the Election Commission has put out a strong word, in fact attacked Mallikarjun Kharge, saying that he has put out false narrative. It is in fact his opinion, an unbiased opinion that he has in fact put out when it comes to Election Commission. And now we are seeing senior leaders like Jairam Ramesh, P. Chidambaram, all coming in attacking the Election Commission for using such strong words against Mallikarjun Kharge, saying that the criticism against Election Commission is something that should be accepted by them. But they are in fact attacking the opposition party for questioning the delay in the voter turnout.
But Shereen, tell me also, it'll help us understand, as far as the Election Commission is concerned, what was it in their reply? How have they justified the allegations levelled by the INDIA alliance, which has said that not only there has been a delay in publishing data of the voter turnout, but also they've hinted at conspiracy, pretty big charge levelled by the INDIA side, and clearly they are not budging. What was the EC's response to that?
Well, they have in fact said that as far as the first phase and second phase is concerned, in the letter they have attached the voter turnout, also saying that when it comes to each of the constituency numbers, they have already been put by the evening of each of the phases. And when it comes to the first phase, second phase, third phase, in all these three phases, they have approximately put out the voter turnout. Now, they have to get numbers from each of the returning officers, and by the time it reaches, it becomes a bit difficult to put the numbers on time. So by putting a narrative that there is some sort of a discrepancy that is going on, the Election Commission has put out a strong word against Mallikarjun Kharge, saying that this is nothing but a fear-mongering that is done by a president of a party. Also says that he is in fact indulging in an attempt to deliberately create confusion, and also attacking the free and fair conduct of the election that is conducted for many years by the Election Commission. So very strong words against Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge that is coming in from the Election Commission, and clearly this has not gone down well with the Congress party, and that is why we are seeing senior leaders like Jairam Ramesh and P. Chidambaram actually asking Election Commission that what sort of words are they actually using against Mallikarjun Kharge, because a little criticism is not being accepted by the Election Commission at this point, is what the charge that is coming in from the Congress party.
All right, Shereen, we'll leave it at that. Do track the updates for us. Meanwhile, here back in Guntur, on the other side, we've got an exclusive campaign trail with Nara Lokesh. A lot is riding on him. Stay tuned.
जाति, पंथ और मजहब के आधार पर राजनीति नहीं की जानी चाहिए। राजनीति का आधार होना चाहिए इंसाफ और इंसानियत, जस्टिस एंड ह्यूमैनिटी।
Mehbooba Mufti was a Jainas when they begged me for 3 months. When they begged Umar Ula to be a part of BJP government. So I think BJP has lost the plot. They don't have any principles at this point of time.
I challenge this government, show me one person where you have given 200 units. They are telling blatant lies.
I've done a greatest mistake joining. But BJP is something, BJP's outlook is very big.
प्रधानमंत्री जी की ये जो है ना कोशिश रहती है कि आप कोई गलत बात बोल दो, दिन भर जो है उस पर चर्चा होता रहेगा.
Transporting itself under the Prime Minister's leadership and transforming itself into a Vishwa Guru. In that country, the agenda that the Congress has is caste politics.
Out in these 20-22 days. Any further aspect, we'll have to see the order and then only comment.
So when do you think he'll be released?
We are anticipating that the order should be getting uploaded quickly. We'll obviously move for release today itself. We'll try for the release today itself, and we hope that it should happen today itself. Thank you.
Big relief for the Aam Aadmi Party. Interim bail has been granted to the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. He will not be allowed to discharge his duties as the Chief Minister. This bail, in fact, has been given by the Supreme Court for him to campaign for his party and for the other party candidates as well. But a huge relief there for the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, they are going to use this. They are going to say that they stand vindicated. A massive relief coming in there for the Aam Aadmi Party and for the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who has been granted bail till the 1st of June. And as we've been telling you that all this while the Enforcement Directorate had even filed an affidavit in the Supreme Court, raising very strong objections, appealing to the Supreme Court not to grant him interim bail, saying that if this is done, it would set a very wrong precedent. They even said that never in the history of elections has any politician be granted interim bail for campaigning. Ananya joins us now. Arunima is with us. All right, I'm getting a lot of information right now. Arunima, a huge relief and a big news coming in from the Supreme Court with Arvind Kejriwal being granted interim bail to the 1st of June. What else are you hearing from the court?
See, one thing that you have to underline is that Arvind Kejriwal is being granted bail not just till polling happens in Delhi, which is on the 25th, but also beyond that. So what the Supreme Court is conceding is that the Aam Aadmi Party is a national party, and as its convener, Arvind Kejriwal might have to campaign in the last 3 phases, and therefore he is being given that opportunity. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, representing Arvind Kejriwal, tried to argue that 4th of June is when the results are coming, so allow him to be on bail till then. But what Justice Sanjeev Khanna said is that campaigning ends 48 hours before that, and we are explicitly granting him bail so that he can go out and campaign. What is also being argued here, ASG Raju is saying that you must underline that Arvind Kejriwal will not say anything about this case, to which Justice Khanna says, like in Sanjay Singh's matter, you are entitled to counter him with equally strong statements. 21 days here or there should not make a difference. He must not speak about the case and must surrender, is what Tushar Mehta says. And on 2nd, he will surrender, is the order coming in from Justice Khanna. All of this is being spoken about, as we are saying. Ananya is reporting it from inside court. And now that order, he's confirming now that bail has been granted till June 1st. On 2nd of June, Arvind Kejriwal will have to surrender. In the interim, he cannot discharge any duty as a chief minister. He cannot speak about this case. So during the course of the campaigning that happens, one will have to wait and see how the messaging by the Aam Aadmi Party is altered.
Yes.
Because their entire election campaign so far was on Arvind Kejriwal, his photo behind bars. Now that the court has granted him interim bail and put a bar on him from speaking on this particular case, how does that alter AAP's campaign is something that we have to wait and watch. But for now, AAP Karyakartas will be in a celebratory mode.
Absolutely.
Arvind Kejriwal is coming out of the jail for now, till June 1st.
Oh, absolutely. The Chief Minister who was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate in the money laundering case finally being granted interim bail. Big news coming in there from the Supreme Court, which had been mulling for quite some time despite very serious objections being raised by the Enforcement Directorate, who went ahead and filed an affidavit raising strong opposition to the Supreme Court granting bail. But the Supreme Court now granting interim bail to the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal up till the 1st of June. Ananya joins us for more on this.
All right, welcome back, and we were going to straight into breaking news where Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, former Wrestling Federation of India chief and BJP MP, in fact is in trouble. We're given to understand that the court has found sufficient material to frame charges against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. A big development that's coming in, being tracked by my colleague Ananya. In fact, the court has said that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, the charges against him will be framed under section 354 and 354A against all accused. To break it down in simple layman terms, I'm being joined by my colleague Ananya Bhatnagar. Ananya, give us the updates.
Well, the Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court, ACM Priyanka Rajput has charged the BJP MP with the allegations of sexual harassment of 5 women wrestlers. In fact, he's been charged for sexual harassment of 5 women wrestlers. He has also been charged with the offense of outraging the modesty of a woman. Though he has been discharged in all cases with regards to the 6th wrestler, but for the 5 of them, he has been charged for sexual harassment. In fact, he is also charged with the offense of criminal interpretation with respect to 2 women wrestlers. To the detailed order copies to come out, but very clearly and categorically a big setback coming in for the BJP MP, who will now have to face trial in this particular case. Here, charges have been framed against him under various sections of the IPC for, sexual harassment of 5 women wrestlers, and also with regards to, outraging the modesty of a woman. Another charge that comes in against Mr. Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is with regards to the criminal intimidation with respect to 2 women wrestlers, though with regards to the victim number 6, all of the charges against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh have been discharged. So a big setback coming in for, the BJP MP, who had been since the very beginning claiming that he has not done anything. He had said that he was, for some, he had said that he was not in the country, but very clearly and categorically at this particular point of time, the court believes, and it has said in its order that it has sufficient material to believe that this sexual harassment was done by Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Now, what happens next is that the order on framing of charges has been done by, in fact, the Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court. On the next date of hearing, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh will be coming before the court. He will be signing, in fact, these charges that have been, framed against him, and then the court will ask him whether he wants to plead guilty in this particular case or would claim a trial. And if at all he claims a trial in this particular case, the trial will then start in this particular case where both these sides will be presenting their own evidence, and long deliberations would happen. But at this point of time, this is something that will be a big setback to the BJP MP. What happens next is something that we'll have to wait and watch for. Swastika.
Absolutely. Ananya, in fact, his son is running from Kaisarganj. In fact, for Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, who has been extremely, in fact, he has been vehemently denying all charges. As you rightly mentioned, he said that all the allegations leveled against him are allegedly fraudulent. He was not in the country. But tell me, what are you picking up from his legal team right now?
Well, his legal team would be using all their options, and though on the next date of hearing, they'll have to, present Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh before the court, and he will then be charged for filing in fact these charge sheet. The charges. He will be in fact signing these particular documents, and then would be telling the court as to whether he wants to plead guilty or claim trial in this particular case. And this is a big setback coming in. But the legal team might also exercise their legal right to actually go and challenge this order before a higher court. But what happens next is something that only time can tell, and we'll have to wait and watch for the next legal move. In fact, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh's legal team and him as well. But at this point of time, this is a big order, clearly being charged of sexual offences, sexual assault offences, and very, very clearly and categorically, not only for him personally, but for the BJP also, it might backfire the opposition might, question, in fact, the credibility of the leaders of the BJP as well. So how does it play up politically is something that we'll get to know in a few hours from in the next few minutes, in fact, and the next few hours as well. So how things play up is something that we'll have to wait and watch for. But definitely, it's a big setback coming in for the BJP MP and former Wrestling Federation of India chief, Brijbhushan Sharan Singh.
How does it impact his son on the ground who is running in the Lok Sabha elections? That's also going to be an interesting point to watch out for, even as Brijbhushan Sharan Singh remains extremely defiant of the allegations leveled against him by the wrestlers. Remember, back to Andhra now, where our bus is parked and we're getting you reports on the ground. Now we are embarking on a campaign trail with TDP leader, son of Chandrababu Naidu, Nara Lokesh. Remember, couple of days ago, he had embarked on a statewide Padayatra, over 3,000 kilometers covered on the road, something that Nara Lokesh has been taking up actively as a part of an image building exercise, as a lot is riding on him, heir apparent to Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. So how does the prospects look like for Nara Lokesh, considering that he lost Mangalgiri last time around? Is he confident of winning, and by what margin? We get you this exclusive conversation on this campaign trail. I'm on a campaign trail with Nara Lokesh, and he's been swamped by people for selfies. So one question that I have, I've seen almost 100 people in front of me coming and clicking pictures with you. So what happens to those pictures? Because you keep doing rallies across the state, extensively campaigning in Mangalgiri, which is your constituency. But where does the common public who are waiting in line to get a picture with you get access to those pictures?
Well, we use technology.
Okay.
We use facial recognition where people can register with us, and through WhatsApp they get their photo delivered to them.
Okay.
So Mr. Naidu is known for IT, right?
Okay.
So we continue that legacy quite seriously in Telugu Desam party.
And I must say that this is something which is very unique. I have not seen in all the campaigns that I have covered so far.
No, in Mangalgiri we have done it very different. We are not doing road shows. There's no the usual paraphernalia of an election. I'm here to really explain what I'm going to do for the state and my constituency, and I want to hear from them. And this being the last program, we couldn't get enough of time for interaction, but ideally I actually interact with people and I try to hear from them what is their aspiration and what is their expectation from me, so that I can understand this much better. And once I become an MLA, I can hit the ground running.
So what have you picked up?
Well, fundamentally in Mangalgiri is a constituency job is a big problem. Second, ganja is a big problem. Third, basic amenities like drainage, water, housing is a major challenge. So these are typically the three major challenges that we have noticed in the constituency of Mangalgiri.
Okay. So I want to go deeper into the other aspects of the state, starting off with Jagan Mohan Reddy accusing you, your party TDP, Janasena and BJP coming together because you're scared of Jagan Mohan Reddy. How do you come to that?
Well, I have a counter question, right? If you find a person who's coming to steal, a thief coming home, what do? Everyone in the house jumps on him and beats him up. That's exactly what's happening in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Jagan has plundered the state. Sand, the entire alcohol syndicate, the ganjai mafia is all YCP leaders. So it's our responsibility to come together and fight him out.
Okay. But one thing I want to ask you of is, when your manifesto was being released, why was it that the BJP, your ally, distanced itself from being a part of that manifesto event? They were there physically, but we did not see any open endorsement. So is that hurting your prospects on the ground? Because the message that seems to have gone is that the BJP is against freebie culture and you are coming up with Super 6, which may not be in tandem with what they aspire for.
If you look at it, Bharatiya Janata Party, nowhere in the state level have they released a manifesto. So that's always been the stand. And we, Telugu Desam Party and Janasena together created the Super 6 and the larger manifesto, and we released it. Bharatiya Janata Party through a press release endorsed the manifesto. So what more is required? Why are we making a controversy over a silly thing?
So everything is good between the alliance partners.
Here, Narendra Modi ji attended 3 rallies in Andhra Pradesh, did a roadshow. Amit Bhai came once, he's again coming back again. Nadda ji is coming. So where is their unit difference? Our common agenda is to ensure that the current regime is out of power.
Okay, one charge that you constantly fire against Jagan Mohan Reddy is that he has plundered the state, and the state has in fact spiraled into debt.
Yep.
but your Super 6 exclusives are also heavily packaging on the state exchequer if you're voted to power. So where does the balance lie?
Well, you should actually go through all the 6 promises we made. The first promise is to create 20 lakh jobs. That's the cornerstone of our manifesto. Our estimation is for every 8 lakh direct jobs that we have created in the state, the economy doubles. So we're going to create 20 lakh jobs.
Another big story is the 4% quota row which has come to the fore. BJP is very clear that they want to remove or do away with religion-based quota. Jagan Mohan Reddy today said that he's going to ensure that all the rights of the minorities are safeguarded. CAA, NRC, 4% quota, they stand by that. We've also seen, so do you think you're on a sticky wicket? Because Mr. Naidu, I had seen, or was extensively campaigning, reaching out to the minority community because they are core vote bank for you. But with BJP being anti-reservation, where do the balances match here?
See, I think Jagan Mohan Reddy has attention deficit disorder because it is his party who voted for CAA. All his MPs voted for CAA. So I'm surprised that he's taking again a J turn on subject. Number one.
He's trying to corner you on the...
No, but he voted for CAA. It's a matter of fact, it's on record, number one. Reservation is something that we stand by from day one. See, Telugu Desam party only knows Telugu people. And we are here for the welfare of Telugu people. We don't know caste, we don't know religion, we don't know region. So we stand for the welfare of Telugu people and we stand by 4% reservation. It will be implemented in Andhra Pradesh.
But he has in fact challenged Naidu Garu to let go of the alliance if at all the BJP is firm on the 4% quota. He's quote unquote said that if Naidu really stands by the minorities, then he should have the dare in him to let go and challenge BJP. Why is his stand not clear?
Our stand has been clear. Mr. Naidu has made it very clear that 4% reservation is here to stay. I will throw a serious challenge to Jagan. Then why did you vote for CAA? Why did Jagan and all his MPs vote for CAA? He should answer this. He should stop playing vote bank politics and get on with the business of running a state, which he has ruined.
But is there a consensus among all your alliance partners over the quota issue?
We stand by it.
What about BJP?
That's left for them, but as far as Telugu Desam and Jansen is clear, we stand by it.
Okay, I want to now talk to you about your Padayatra, which you've done over 3,000 kilometers. What have your learnings been so far? Your biggest takeaway from last elections to this time? What are you doing differently this time around?
I mean, one, Padayatra has enabled me to go back to people, understand their problems, understand their aspirations much better, and we represented all that in a manifesto. So if you look at the cornerstone of creating jobs, that's where it came out from the Padayatra. And that's what we stand by. So jobs. That's been the fundamental thing that people have been asking us. And Mr. Naidu is known for creating jobs. And he's done it in the past. And we will do it again.
And what role are we going to see you play in the future as a successor?
That's for Telugu Desam party to decide and for the leadership to decide. I'm here as the National General Secretary. I'm campaigning. I finished a campaign across the state. I'm now campaigning in my constituency.
Okay, before I let you go, what is your X factor, Mr. Nara Lokesh?
Well, Telugu Desam party is a university. It always creates next generation leaders. You know, the two chief ministers of Telangana are products of Telugu Desam party. I believe that I am also a product of Telugu Desam party, like many other leaders in the party. And we are here for the single agenda that across all fields, Telugu people should be number one. And we have proven it in the past. We'll continue to do that.
All right. On that very note, all the best. Just 2 more days before before state goes to polls, and wish you luck. Thank you for speaking to CNN News 18.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we are slipping into a short break, but stay tuned because on the other side we'll get you flavors and the food palette from Andhra.
A big news coming in, a big development in politics and especially during the election season, something that the Aam Aadmi Party will use to its advantage. What's the latest? What are you hearing from the Supreme Court and what exactly has led to the Supreme Court finally overlooking the Enforcement Directorate's objection and granting interim bail to Arvind Kejriwal?
Well, definitely, this is definitely a big order that has come to the fore and a massive relief for the Enforcement Directorate and a massive relief for the Delhi Chief Minister and a big setback for the Enforcement Directorate. I'll take that question across to Ananya now. Ananya, what made the court decide that Arvind Kejriwal should be granted an interim relief in this entire matter, because this is first of a kind that has happened, and what could be the repercussions of such an order on future cases?
Well, definitely, this is a big order coming in from, in fact, the Supreme Court bench headed by Justice Sanjeev Khanna and Dipankar Datta. As soon as they said that, they are granting interim bail to the Delhi Chief Minister in this particular case. And in fact, when the Enforcement Directorate raised a claim that, he should not make any kind of a statement, the court had a very strong observation to make that, whenever such statements are being made, the Enforcement Directorate too is countering them with stronger statements, is what, in fact, Justice Khanna said in a light to win. But at this particular point of time,
मौखिक ऑर्डर कोर्ट ने प्रोनाउंस किया, उसमें कोर्ट ने कहा कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को 20 दिन के लिए इंटरिम बेल दी जा रही है 2 जून तक, और कोई कैंपेनिंग के ऊपर कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है, वो क्या कह सकते हैं या क्या नहीं कह सकते हैं उस पर कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन इम्पोज नहीं की गई है। जबकि जब ऑर्डर भी प्रोनाउंस किया जा रहा था तब भी ईडी ने रिक्वेस्ट किया कि कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन डाली जाए, लेकिन कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं दी गई है, और 2 जून को उन्हें 2 जून तक की ये मोहलत दी गई है इंटरिम बेल की। अब मैं इंग्लिश अंग्रेजी में बोलता आज से लागू होगी। और अभी जितना ओरली बोला गया है, ओरली ऑर्डर में और कोई कंडीशन नहीं है, लेकिन हमें लिखित ऑर्डर देखना होगा कि और कोई कंडीशन है या नहीं है, पहली बात। दूसरी बात, इस ऑर्डर जब ये अपलोड हो जाएगा और अवेलेबल हो जाएगा, इसके बेसिस पे ट्रायल कोर्ट रिलीज का ऑर्डर पास करेगा। हम कोशिश करेंगे कि जल्द से जल्द आज ही हो जाए, वो हमारी कोशिश रहेगी कि अरविंद जी आज ही रिलीज हो जाए, वो जल्द से जल्द रिलीज हो जाए और आज ही रिलीज हो जाए। इंग्लिश में टुडे एट 2 PM द बेंच इन कोर्ट टू असेंबल्ड फॉर दिस मैटर, and it pronounced a very short oral order. We have not yet seen the written order, which will be uploaded in the course of the day as we understand. And in that oral order, the court indicated that they are granting interim release / bail to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, and that order of interim release will be operable up till 2nd of June, that is during the election process, and there is no restriction on his campaigning as to what he can say, what he cannot say while he is out in these 20-22 days. Any further aspect, we'll have to see the order and then only comment.
So when do you think he'll be released?
We are anticipating that the order should be getting uploaded quickly. We'll obviously move for release today itself. We'll try for the release today itself, and we hope that it should happen today itself.
Welcome back. We've got some breaking news now. Even as the Congress knocks the door of the ECI over its reply, trashing the allegations raised by Mallikarjun Kharge over voter data mismanagement, BJP sources, remember, have now reacted saying that the ECI's reply to Mallikarjun Kharge comes on the premises of factual data. My colleague Aman Sharma is joining us with more details. What are the BJP sources telling you? How are they seeing the developments play out as the showdown between the Congress and the ECI continues?
See, Swastika, what the BJP sources are telling us about ECI's letter to Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, the president of the Congress. Number one, they say that this demolishes the canards being spread by the Congress camp by Mr. Kharge's letter to ECI about this delayed release of voting data. In fact, the sources around telling us that, very clearly that the polling data is available in real time, and therefore the Congress charge that this data has been delayed in its release is completely absurd. Also, they are saying that no actual contested candidate, either of the Congress or of the opposition alliance, in fact, has gone and raised the issue of unavailability of the final polling data or the electoral roll. So, from where has Mr. Kharge brought out this charge against the ECI, while no contesting candidate, even of the Congress or the opposition camp, has raised this with any of the officers in charge of the electoral process? They are also saying, ECI has also cited in its wrong reply to Mr. Kharge, what BJP sources are saying, that from previous elections there are multiple examples where there was never any delay in release of these voting figures, and an entire table is always provided to rebut this kind of argument. So clearly the BJP sources are saying that the ECI has shown the mirror to Mr. Kharge that such unsubstantiated and in fact motivated kind of allegations against the ECI are not done, especially by the president of the Congress party, when none of the other candidates have challenged this and when the real-time data, polling data is very much available.
All right, BJP there making it very clear. The sources have told Aman Sharma that this is not the first time. In fact, these allegations are not coming from the Congress candidates, but are rather quote-unquote concocted stories being pushed by Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge. As we keep getting you updates from that story, it's my final wrap from Andhra as we leave you and your taste buds watering with what an authentic Andhra meal looks like in this exclusive chat with another senior journalist who breaks down how he sees the battle in Andhra Pradesh play out. So our Andhra Thali has arrived. And when in Andhra, you must try the Andhra meals. There are different variations of the same meal anywhere you go. But at this particular restaurant, the United Food Palace that we have come, we are getting a different kind of colorful thali. So joining me in this chat is of course my friend Sudhir. He is a senior political journalist working with Deccan Herald, covers Telangana and Andhra. So thank you so much for joining me in this chat. Before we move on to the discussion, I want to know what's on your platter.
Well, actually, you can see white rice here and also some cabbage, cauliflower fry, I guess. And this is, pickle, which is, freshly made pickle. Pachadi, yeah, that's what. I thought you don't know. Telugu. And anyways, you can see this is drumstick, sabji, curry.
When it comes to biryani, hands down, nothing comes closer to Hyderabad. And when it comes to meals, obviously, Andhra wins. Nevertheless, both the states we look after for our respective organizations. And what also brings me here is, I want to know, you've been touring on the ground. What is the sense that you're picking up? Is it a neck-and-neck fight?
But actually, until 6 months ago, it was like, Telugu Desam party was totally wiped off, or it was like, written off. And in the last 10-15 days, I've been traveling or touring different parts of Andhra Pradesh. I went to Rayalaseema, I went to few parts of North Andhra and also Godavari region. There was a little bit of coastal Andhra. Anyways, the place we are sitting is Vijayawada, which also comes under coastal Andhra. So what I found specifically is, there is a clear division. Clear division between urban areas and also rural areas. And what I feel is urban areas are totally with Telugu Desam party, maybe the kind of pro-development agenda or the pro-development plan that actually TDP is known for and Naidu is known for, and that is what he has been driving. And in rural areas anyways, it is, we can say, it is Mr. Jagan Mohan YSR Congress Party is Jagan Mohan Reddy's bastion. And it has been the same across all the regions and all the areas in Andhra Pradesh.
So I want to learn from you, urban areas, what is it that is driving negatively towards the state government, the anti-incumbency factor?
Any government would definitely have this, anti-incumbency factor. And what degree is that is what defines the election, right? So in Andhra, wherever I toured, one important factor that I have witnessed is there is a dilemma between welfare schemes and livelihood issues, especially in urban areas. There is this strong feeling among urban voters that in the last 5 years, and in that 5 years, 2 years anyways, COVID had really wreaked havoc in everybody's lives, economic lives and economy and also aid.
Talking about the unemployment thing, TDP has come up with Super Slicks in its manifesto and is providing unemployment assurance. 30 lakh jobs is what they've promised at the end of 5 years if voted to power. But realistically, this alliance, TDP, Janasena and BJP, a lot is riding. Caste factor Kapu and Kamba voter consolidation. Do you see that happening on the ground? Do you think that the alliance can make a difference?
I mean, actually, the manifesto is okay, fine, Super 6. The question here arises is why BJP is not openly endorsing it. The BJP leader, he refused to even hold the manifesto, the so-called joint manifesto, when it was released a few days ago. That is one point. And you don't have either Prime Minister Mr. Modi's photo on the manifesto. That actually shows, maybe BJP might have thought it is not realistic, but then they are on the in alliance with the Telugu Desam party. So anyways, they need to sail with it until elections.
Political discussions will continue until the last day and even beyond that, beyond on the day of the results as well. But finally, would you say that this time the elections in Andhra is definitely going to be a hard one to predict, right?
Yes, of course. I mean, this is my fourth election. I've been covering since 2009 and partly 2004 elections also, after 2004. But it is really, really, really difficult to predict what's going to happen because it's such a close fight. As I said, that is due to the clear division between urban and rural areas. So it is really difficult to predict.
So lots of dynamics at play when it comes to Andhra elections, but now it's time to have some food and we'll join you on the other side. Guntur is known for its chilies. Guntur Karam. No, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the level of spiciness that these chilies are associated with. Considered to be one among the most spiciest chilies produced in our country, produced in Andhra Pradesh, in Guntur. These chilies also have a GI tag. And in fact, this is the identity as far as Guntur is concerned. आपके हाथ में क्या है? ये कौन सी चिली है?
बुलेट चिली मैडम।
बुलेट चिली।
बुलेट चिली है।
और कितना स्पाइसी है
ये? ज़्यादा स्पाइसी मैडम।
अच्छा।
और एक चीज़ है वो पतला वाला है। हाँ। ये तो थोड़ा कम है। ये तो ज़्यादा स्पाइसी में।
तो मतलब अगर हम करी बना रहे हैं तो जस्ट कितना डालना चाहिए? 1 चम्मच 2 चम्मच?
1 चम्मच बस 1 चम्मच बस।
కాకపోతే రాజధాని అమరావతి ఇక్కడ కాలేదని జనం అటు మారుతున్నారు ఎక్కువ తెలుగుదేశానికి. మేమేమనుకుంటున్నాం, కొంతమంది అటే వేయాలనుకుంటారు. చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు వస్తే రాజధాని ఎక్కడ ఇది పిల్లలకు జాబులు వస్తాయని ఆలోచిస్తున్నారు.
इलेक्शन कैसा है? स्पाइसी?
पैसे अच्छे इलेक्शन अच्छा थे.
कौन आ रहा है इधर?
जगन चाहता.
आपको गवर्नमेंट से स्कीम्स आते हैं?
सब भी आते.
సమస్యలు ఏం లేవు. ఎట్లున్నా మొత్తం పరిపాలన బాగానే ఉంది. వచ్చినాయి అన్నీ. అమ్మఒడి వచ్చింది, ఇల్లు ఇచ్చారు కదా జగన్. అన్నీ వచ్చినాయి. ఇంట్లో మా మామయ్యకి పెన్షన్ వచ్చింది.
మాకు రూపాయి సొమ్ము కూడా రాలేదు. నోటికాడ అన్నం తీసేసిన మొదటి వ్యక్తి జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారు. ఆయన వల్ల మాకు ఉపయోగం లేదు కాబట్టి జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారు అన్నం తీయకూడదు నోటికాడ.
Look at these chilies, which is definitely the pride of Andhra Pradesh, and more importantly, 30% of our export comes from Guntur chilies only. With that, our coverage here in Andhra Pradesh comes to an end, but not for elections highway. In fact, Neeraj ji, ab kahan chale aap?
भुवनेश्वर.
Bhubaneswar. Chaliye, all the best.
Federal Bank Primetime Studio.
Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us on Plain Speak. You're watching with me, Shivani Gupta. We are bringing you this live broadcast from CNN News 18
and Federal Bank Primetime Studio. After nearly 2 months in jail, the Supreme Court today finally gave Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal interim bail till June 1 for campaigning in the ongoing Lok Sabha elections. During the hearing on May 3, the bench had dropped a hint regarding this. On subsequent dates, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta and Additional Solicitor General S.V. Raju vehemently opposed the interim bail, arguing that ED had evidence against Kejriwal and election campaigning ought not to be a criteria. The bench, however, observed that it was dealing with the case of an elected CM, not a habitual offender, and the general elections take place